Has your dog been giving you the cold shoulder lately? Dodging your hand when you reach out, sliding away on the couch, or flashing that suspicious side eye? What does it all mean? Are they upset with you, or are you just misreading their signals? In this video, we'll uncover 7 surprising signs your dog might not be thrilled with you. And here's the twist. One of the signs that looks like dislike is actually a hidden sign of trust. Stay tuned, because once you see these signals for what they really are, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. And hey, if you love learning how to understand your dog better, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Sign number 7, snuggle struggles. Picture this, you're on the couch, feeling cozy. Maybe you've just made yourself some tea, maybe you've had a long day, and your dog is right there. You reach over for a cuddle, you're brimming with love, and then rejection. They duck, sidestep, maybe even give you that quick head turn like, no thanks, human. Soul crushing, right? Here's the twist. It doesn't necessarily mean your dog hates affection. In fact, most dogs do enjoy being touched. But here's where humans and dogs clash. We overdo it. Think about how humans show love. We hug, we squeeze, we pat heads. That's our language. But for dogs, a tight hug is less bonding and more, wait, am I being restrained? The more passionately you squeeze, the more likely your dog feels trapped in what I like to call the human straitjacket of love. And let's talk about head pats. We love them. It's such a natural gesture. The hand goes straight for the top of the head. But from your dog's perspective, imagine a giant shadow looming above you and pressing down on your skull. Comforting? Not exactly. It can feel predatory, like a hawk swooping in. So what's the fix? Change the way you show love. Dogs generally prefer touches in safe zones, the back, the chest, the sides. Start by offering your hand to sniff. It's their way of confirming, okay, you're safe, this is friendly. Then move into gentle strokes. Here's a practical example. Let's say your Labrador hates hugs. Instead of wrapping your arms around them, try scratching their chest while you're both sitting side by side. Or if you've got a smaller dog like a Shih Tzu, go for gentle strokes under the chin or behind the ears. These touches say, I respect you, I'm here for you, and I'm not trapping you. Over time, you might even notice them leaning in, pressing closer, inviting the contact. That's when you know you've earned true snuggle rights. Bottom line, avoidance isn't rejection. It's just a request for a different love language. Sign number 6, personal space. Now, let's move to the couch again. Imagine you finally sit down, remote in hand, ready to relax. Your dog jumps up beside you. Perfect. But then they slowly shimmy a few inches away. Or worse, they hop off entirely and go lie down in another room. Cue the sad violin music. But here's the truth. A little space doesn't mean less love. In fact, giving your dog room to breathe can actually bring you closer. Think about it this way. Even with your favorite human in the world, do you always want them nose to nose with you? No. Sometimes you just want to relax without being crowded. Dogs are the same way. By respecting their bubble, you're actually showing them something powerful, trust. And when dogs feel trusted, they often circle back with more curiosity and affection. You might notice that after a while, they wander over, sit beside you, and act like nothing happened. That's not rejection, that's balance. Now, if this happens every single time, if they consistently bolt out of rooms, avoid eye contact, or dodge closeness altogether, that could mean something deeper. Unease, stress, maybe even a lack of clarity in your relationship. But occasional requests for space, totally normal. Here's what I recommend. The next time your dog creates distance, don't chase, don't call, just relax. Let them have the room. Chances are, within minutes, they'll come back, curious about why you're suddenly ignoring them. Dogs are funny that way. Sometimes the best way to get them closer is to give them space. Sign number 5, bone dairies. Let's talk about mealtime. Some dogs eat happily with the family buzzing around, others not so much. If you've ever noticed your dog waiting until you leave the room before they eat, you might feel a little insulted. Like, really? I buy your food, I fill your bowl, and you can't even eat in front of me? But here's the reality. Eating is a vulnerable act for dogs. In the wild, lowering your head to eat means lowering your guard. And if your dog isn't 100% sure they can relax around you in that moment, they may insist on solo dining. This doesn't mean they don't love you, it just means they're drawing a boundary. Think of it as saying, I like you, but during meals, I need to feel totally safe. The best response? Respect it. Don't hover, don't force. Let them enjoy their meal without an audience. Over time, as trust builds, many dogs naturally relax these boundaries. One day you may notice that they're suddenly fine with you walking past while they eat. That's a huge compliment in dog language. And boundaries don't stop at food. Some dogs are picky about their sleeping spots, toy collections, or personal space. Respect those invisible lines and you'll watch them slowly redraw them closer to you. Sign number 4, I don't care, aka whale eye. Okay, let's talk about the look. If you've lived with a dog long enough, you've probably seen it. You lean in for a scratch, maybe you're trying to clip a nail or adjust their sweater, and suddenly their eyes shift. You see the whites. That sideways glance, that's called whale eye. And while it might look kind of funny, it's actually a serious message. In dog language, whale eye basically means, human, I'm not okay with this. Back off. Think about it like this. Imagine you're at a dinner party and someone is standing way too close while talking to you. You don't want to make a scene, so you give them the side eye. That little glance is your way of saying, buddy, you're in my bubble. Dogs do the same thing. It's their polite warning before things escalate. Now, here's where people mess up. We often ignore it. We think, oh, look how silly they are with those big white eyes. But to your dog, you're missing their clear, respectful request for space. The best response? Respect the warning. Pause. Pull back. Let them know you're listening. When you back off at the whale eye stage, you're telling your dog, I hear you. I respect your boundary. And guess what? That builds trust. Ignore it, and you risk pushing them to growling, snapping, or full-on avoidance. And none of us want to get there. Sign number 3, bad to the bone, aka selective hearing. Now, let's move to something every dog parent knows too well, the sudden onset of selective hearing. You call their name, nothing. You call again, nada. By the 5th try, you're wondering if they've gone deaf. But then a second later, you open a bag of chips, and boom, they appear like a ninja. Yeah, that's not hearing loss. That's a choice. When your dog ignores commands, it's often a sign they're not fully invested in the relationship at that moment. Maybe they don't feel secure with your leadership. Maybe training has been inconsistent. Or maybe they've simply decided that chasing a squirrel is more rewarding than coming when called. Sound familiar? It's basically the canine version of your friend who nods while you're talking, but is clearly scrolling on their phone. They hear you, they're just not listening. So what do? You don't want to nag, you don't want to yell. That only makes them tune out more. The solution is simple, but powerful. Make listening worth it. Use positive reinforcement. Every time they respond, reward it. Keep training sessions short, upbeat, and fun. Turn recall into a game. Hide, call them over, celebrate when they find you. Make them think, oh, coming when called is awesome. This pays off. And here's the thing. Training isn't just about teaching tricks. It's about building trust, communication, and respect. A trained dog is a happier dog because they know what's expected and they feel safer with you as their guide. That's why we put together a complete training program designed to help you strengthen your bond, solve common behavior issues, and finally enjoy the relationship with your dog that you've always wanted. Just click the button below and you can check out the training we prepared for you. Sign number 2, the lick of love. Ah, yes, the classic lick. You sit down and suddenly your hands, your face, your toes, everything is covered in slobber. And you think, wow, look how much they love me. Well, not so fast. Here's the twist. Licking isn't always about love. In the canine world, licking is often about submission. Puppies lick older dogs as a sign of respect. Lower-ranking dogs lick higher-ranking ones to appease them. It's more about keeping the peace than declaring romance. So when your dog is licking you nonstop, it might not be a passionate, I love you so much. It might be closer to, okay, you're in charge. Please don't be upset with me. Now, that doesn't mean licks are bad. They're still a form of connection. But if you want to build true affection, not just submission, focus on other bonding moments. Spend calm time together. Play without pressure. Offer belly rubs, ear scratches, quiet companionship. Those are the experiences that deepen your bond. The slobbery kisses, they'll still happen, but now you'll understand what they really mean. Sign number 1, the wrecking paw. And now for the big finale, destruction. You come home and your shoes are shredded, your couch cushion looks like a snowstorm hit it, your hoodie ripped apart like confetti. It's easy to chalk this up to boredom, and yes, sometimes it is, but here's the deeper layer. Destructive behavior can be a sign your dog isn't happy with you. Think about it. Dogs are sensitive creatures. If they're feeling neglected, anxious, or frustrated, they'll sometimes take it out on the things that matter most to you, and what smells like you more than your shoes, your clothes, your couch. Destroying your belongings is their way of coping with complex feelings. On one hand, your scent comforts them. On the other, ripping it apart is their protest. It's almost like they're saying, "Take that, human." But also, I really miss you. And here's another angle. For dogs, even negative attention is better than being ignored. So if chewing up your sneakers gets you to finally engage with them, even if it's scolding, they've still won. The fix isn't punishment, it's connection. More play, more mental stimulation, more quality time. When they feel seen, destruction loses its thrill. And now the bonus. One of the most misunderstood dog signals of all time, the stretching pose. You've seen it. Front leg stretched out, chest low to the ground, butt in the air, tail maybe wagging. To most owners, this looks adorable, and most of the time, it is. This pose is called the play bow. It's basically your dog saying, "Come on, let's play." But here's the twist. Sometimes that exact same pose isn't play. It's what vets call the praying position, and that's not good. If your dog holds the pose for longer than usual, does it repeatedly throughout the day, or looks tense while doing it, it could be a subtle sign of abdominal discomfort. In some cases, it's even an early indicator of pancreatitis or stomach pain. That's why this pose is so important. Owners often laugh, take pictures, post them online, but in certain cases, your dog is actually whispering, "I don't feel well." The difference? Context. A relaxed dog with a wagging tail in this pose, play bow. A stiff dog holding the stretch for too long, maybe avoiding food, that's a vet visit. Learning to tell the difference could literally save your dog's life. So let's wrap it up. Dogs aren't humans. They don't write us notes, they don't send passive-aggressive texts, and they definitely don't hold grudges. But they do communicate all the time. Whale eye, selective hearing, slobbery licks, shredded sneakers, even that funny stretching pose. Every one of these behaviors is a message. And when you learn to read them, you unlock a whole new level of connection with your dog. The key? Respect, patience, listening to their language instead of forcing ours. Because when you do, you don't just prevent stress or stop bad behavior, you create more of what we all want. Happy moments, wagging tails, goofy grins, and a bond that only gets stronger with time. So the next time your dog shows you one of these signs, don't take it as rejection. Take it as an invitation to understand them better. That understanding could mean more days together, more joy, and a relationship built on real trust. After all, that's all our dogs really want: to be heard, to be respected, and to know deep down that they're safe with us.